In this video, I'm going to react to the Antique Roadshow. I'm going on a roadshow with antiques.
I brought in a collection. It's my dad's. He's 86 and he's collected watches for maybe 30 some years.
And I'm just trying to flog it before he dies so I can put the money in my pocket. Sorry, I just said what everyone was thinking. Do you see on the right here, the Patek Philippe ellipse? Was your father Donald Trump?
He always wore a nice watch, like a Rolex, something like that. His health is failing, so he started liquidating things, and we were going through his office and found a cardboard box and opened it up, and these watches were in there. We really don't know anything about them. Recognized the Cartier and the Rolex brands, but the other ones we did not. So we thought it would be nice to get an appraisal.
If you just had to guess, any thoughts?
That is such a ridiculous question. How much do you think these 7 cars are worth combined? Just randomly, like, mate, fuck off. Love the Santos on the right bottom. Love the Rolex Datejust on the left bottom.
When you brought the box and I opened it, as a watch collector, I started to get pretty excited because it's a sort of potpourri of the best names in the world. We'll first start with this watch here.
Okay.
This is a Patek Philippe.
Okay.
It's 18 karat gold. The bracelet's 18 karat gold. Everything about it is completely original and correct.
Okay.
This is another Patek Philippe.
Okay.
This is called the Ellipse. It has a blue dial. It's all 18 karat gold. It has an 18 karat gold bracelet. Although the bracelet did not come from Patek Philippe, it was added later.
The bracelet of that ellipse was not made by Patek Philippe. This was common in the late 60s, early 70s. Jewelers would make bracelets for watches on a leather strap. This bracelet is actually soldered onto the case. It's very hard to detach that bracelet from the case without using any form of violence. Experience. We've done this. It's on fire! On the control, like, no bother. It is now absolutely properly on fire, mate. Fire! Oh! Where's the watch? What the You want some baked strap?
This watch is an Audemars Piguet.
And then you guys make fun of my pronunciation. Have you heard how he pronounces it?
Super fine Swiss watch. It has enamel numbers around the bezel. A beautiful man's dress watch.
Okay.
This watch is an Audemars Piguet sold by Gubelin. Gubelin is one of the most famous jewelry stores in the world in Switzerland.
Retailers put their name on the dial so you knew where the watch was coming from. You knew where the watch was bought. Today, this rarely happens, but we still see it sometimes, and specifically with Patek Philippe and Tiffany & Co. These watches are so extremely rare and so extremely collectible. If the dial says Tiffany & Co., the watch is worth about double, if not triple, the amount of money as without Tiffany & Co. Really cool watch.
This watch was made by Blancpain, a 200-year company from Switzerland, and they were made in this beautiful white farmhouse in Valley du Jour. Okay. This is an 18 karat gold watch. It has a day, a date, a month, and a moon phase.
I want to talk a little bit about the history of Blancpain, the oldest watch brand in the world. 1735. It's not the longest running watch company in the world because that's Vacheron Constantin. Blancpain in the 80s, 90s didn't even exist. It was just in the history books and no one knew about it. Until Jean-Claude Biver bought the name for $25,000 US, revived the brand and brought this brand to the absolute top and then sold it for a fuck ton of money. Can I say that Jean-Claude Biver is also the previous CEO of Fuck You Hublot and Tag Heuer? And that's all I'm going to say about Blancpain.
This is a stainless steel Rolex Datejust. It has a fluted bezel and it's called an oyster bracelet.
Then mate, come on, fucking tell me the fucking reference number, you fucking bastard. The bezel is engine turned. So come on, Mr. Auction Man, that's a 1603 Rolex Datejust, really cool. You need to be more enthusiastic. It's actually quite funny that this watch is in the oyster bracelet. Normally you would see this watch on the Jubilee bracelet.
This is the classic Cartier Santos. It's an automatic watch.
Cartier Santos. The first wristwatch ever made, 1904, named after and made by Louis Cartier for Alberto Santos Dumont. Unique incredible, so important in the industry. And unfortunately, in the early 90s, they really f***ed it up. Cartier used shitty movements. The quality of the watch was just shit. But I'm so happy to see that in recent years, Cartier really gave the Santos what it deserved. Pristine, respect, and made out of quality. The new Santos are incredible watches. It's the first time in years that I actually considered to buy one of the Santos myself personally.
To give an idea of values, and the values of the watch that I'm talking are generally on the retail level. This watch here, the Patek Philippe, we're talking somewhere in the $12,000 to $14,000 range.
Wow.
This Patek Philippe here, we're talking in the range of $7,000 to $9,000.
Oh my goodness.
The Audemars Piguet with the enamel bezel, we're talking in the neighborhood of $4,000 to $6,000.
Mate, if you're going to say that that watch is between $4,000 and $6,000 US, my cock is 20 kilometers long. That is f***ing ridiculous. That's not even half the value, mate. The first watch you showed found it very hard to really value accurately. I would value that watch between the $6,000 and $9,000 US. That AP, mate, what did you just had for f***ing dinner? Are you f***ing high? Are you on TV being a f***ing stoner person?
The ultra-thin Audemars Piguet from Gubelin.
By the way, he is wearing a nice watch, may I add. He's wearing a Rolex Daytona, reference number 116520. Not the most collectible one, but the previous generation of the Daytona that we know now, which was discontinued in 2016.
From Gubelin, all 18 karat with the
$12,000.
We're probably talking in the range of $9,000 to $10,000.
I'm not going to remember any of that.
Your father is not dead yet. Please remember that. It's not yours yet.
As a group of watches in that little cardboard box that you brought in at retail, you've got somewhere between $46,000 to $57,000 worth of watches there.
Oh my goodness.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That is amazing.
A little more than you thought.
Yes, a lot more than we thought.
Sir, you're only off with about 35 till 40%. When am I invited by the Antique Roadshow to do the valuations properly? Because this is unacceptable. I think me as an antique fossil of 54 should be definitely placed in the Antique Roadshow. Can you imagine having me on the Antique Roadshow, mate? That's shit, that's shit, that's shit. Would that not be the f***ing best TV program ever?
Who watches the Antique Roadshow anymore?
I do? What is wrong with that?
It's for boomers.
What?
It's for boomers.